365 days of horsemanship, day 230 and day 231. It's actually day 232 today, and today is the first day that I felt like I could spare a second to make a video. I literally feel like I am banging my head against a brick wall trying to fit everything in. I'm like in this whirlwind, and a lot of it I think has been about me really learning how to manage better, having all these things to do. My course is finished and I'm going to Elsa's in 3 weeks, and I got to get, a couple of bits for that. And I also really wanted to review a lot of the stuff I learned on her course, which I've just not had a second to do yet. And there's also a load of stuff on my personal list that really needs doing. And just literally even today, it's like I was going to make stew, and now I got to go back to the shop because one of the ingredients we don't have, and it's a whole thing. And it's there's always something. And I'm really just working hard on learning to be okay with the fact that every single day is going to be a compromise in life. That's just how it works. We do not have enough time ever to do all the things that we want to do. And at each moment, you just have to prioritize what is important to you in that moment and do that, and not care about all the things that are falling by the wayside in order for you to do that. And today I need to cook. So that my lovely fiance and I have got something to eat later when I come back from work at midnight. And he's cooked the last 3 or 4 days, so I can't really be oh well, I didn't have the ingredients, so when I'm not working until 2 and I've got the whole morning to go and sort that out for us. But I also really want to come and see my horses, and so here I am making this compromise that I'm here, and I don't have as long as I wanted, but I am here. And instead of making it, because I think a tendency to, and I think a lot of us maybe do this, rush through each task, thinking about the next task already, or watching the clock, okay, I've got to get to this place, just on and on and on and on. And we never or I certainly find it difficult when I'm busy to stop and appreciate. And so today that's what I'm doing. It's do you know what? I have more time than I had yesterday and the day before. Day 230, everyone needed hay, and it was late and it was dark, but I had a little time, so I put hay out for everybody instead of doing my horsemanship. And I felt good about that. It was actually really nice because I was able to put the hay out and everyone was kind of hungry. And then when I let them back up again, I was able to, associate myself with that release of stress. It's not as pure as when I'm associating myself with something more intrinsic or something that's low stress. But ultimately, at the end of the day, stress has occurred, and then I have appeared and stress has reduced. And that's a good association, particularly if I take the time, like I did with Lawrence afterwards, after I'd put the hay out, I went and I spent a bit of time with him. And it was good. I really felt like he had connected my presence with the appearance of this hay. And then with Mia, I went across and I did the same thing and just said, hey Dad, a little nose touch, and off I went. And theoretically, there's more hours, I could have stayed longer, but also, it's 9:30, I gotta go home, I gotta eat, I gotta go to bed. Sometimes it's just like that, and that's okay. And it's positive that I was able to associate myself, and I took that extra 5 minutes to associate myself with those positive things that had happened and have that be the last moment, because obviously I opened the gate and they all run away from me towards this hay. So then to go back and to have them see me again and then to leave, I think is positive. And then yesterday I was late finishing my work, and it was dark and I was tired and it'd been a long day, and I finished at 9 p.m. I was supposed to go up in the morning, was the original plan, and I kind of beat myself up a bit for that, because when I woke up in the morning yesterday, you know, I needed to wake up at 6, really, to be able to get up here to do all the stuff I needed to do to go back home to get to work for 11. And I just didn't want to get up at 6 a.m. I've been getting up at 6 a.m. the last 2 days and then working. And I just wanted to sleep and then have a breakfast with my partner and go to work. So that's what I did, and I kind of beat myself up a little bit about that. But again, I said to myself, like, actually, sometimes it's just like that. And as you can see, like, even today, I'm still tired, you know. But I'm up here and I've got this little bit of time now. And so I'm really just going to focus on just being present in the moment. Yesterday, I managed to make it up. And you know, my partner was cooking dinner for us at home, and he'd waited for me until, like, you know, 10:30 because he didn't want to eat on his own. And that relationship is important too. You know, it's important to have this balance of everything. And to not feel like I'm always making these extreme sacrifices one way or another, is to find some sort of balance. And so I came up, and I almost didn't come, you know, but that's one of the great lessons I think that this project has really taught me, is I thought about not coming just as I was walking back home and arriving at my driveway, and I got two options. I can open the front door and I can sit down, I can eat dinner with my partner, with my fiance, or I can get in my car and I can drive to see the horses. And the idea of not coming to see the horses was so repellent to me that I came. And I think it's so important. You know, I literally came. I had, my mum bought a load of apples and carrots for Christmas for the horses. And so I just came up. I literally came to see Lawrence, gave him some carrots and some apples, gave him a little rub on his nose, and then went to see Mia, gave her some carrots and some apples. It's interesting, I gave Lawrence, like, a lot of apples and carrots because he was on his own. But then with Mia, I gave everyone in the herd one piece of food, because I felt like that was going to be way more healthy psychologically for that herd and for Mia than me giving her everything and ignoring all the others while they were trying to fight for this food, because she has a lot of problems with sharing food. And so, yeah, I was literally probably up here for all of about 10 minutes, but I still think it was valuable. I think it was valuable for me to come, to be here, to do something positive and to leave. I think is better than not coming at all. And I feel really happy that I did that. And I think that's what I need to remember. That's what I need to get back to, is to start, you know, is to be positive every time about whatever it is that I've managed to fit in that day, you know, because actually I do have other priorities, and those priorities are important too. And where I can, I'll find these slots. Tomorrow, I'm hoping I'll have a bit more time to be up here. There's no reason why I shouldn't have a bit more time tomorrow to really take my time and, you know, to do what I kind of want to do. Today is not one of those days, but equally, it's light. I've made it up in the light. I'm here. I'm going to see them in the light. I'm going to have more time than I had yesterday and the day before. And that is great. That is really positive. So a focus on positivity, I think.